At least one person is killed and dozens of others injured in a Russian strike on the eastern Ukrainian city of Pavlograd. At least one person has been killed and dozens of others injured following a Russian airstrike on civilian infrastructure in the eastern Ukrainian city of Pavlograd. In a statement, the regional governor said 3 children were among the injured.
Були дома, воно наш 5-й поверх, балкона немає. Була з маленькою дитиною, 1,5 роки. Ну що, в коридорі були. Страшно, дуже страшно.
That attack comes on the same day Volodymyr Zelensky addressed the Ukraine Defense Contact Group in Germany to discuss the need for long-range weapons with the US and European partners. He also pressed his case for allies' permission to use weapons supplied in military aid packages to strike deeper into Russian territory. Meanwhile, the State Emergency Service said Russian shelling in the northeastern Sumy region started a wildfire in a border settlement. The statement said the blaze was put out before it could damage a nearby forest plantation.
Hungary's nationalist Prime Minister Viktor Orban reiterated his anti-immigrant stance on Friday, stating migration has a corrosive effect on EU legislation. He delivered the comments at a conference in Italy, saying under his 6-month EU presidency, he would tackle the bloc's major issues: security, competition and migration.
Migration is an issue which is a disintegrating factor. Why do we need it? So if you have a problem in Italy and in many countries that you decided to let many migrants come in, and now you have difficulties how to manage to live together with them. It's a serious problem.
The Hungarian government's anti-immigrant rhetoric was furthered when a senior official said Budapest would bus illegal migrants to Brussels.
Az Európai Unió, Brüsszel arra akarja kényszeríteni Magyarországot, hogy engedjük be azokat az illegális migránsokat, akiket eddig feltartóztattunk, akiket eddig 1 millió alkalommal tartóztattunk föl a magyar déli határnál, akkor Magyarország az európai eljárásrend lefolytatása után felajánlja ezeknek az illegális migránsoknak, hogy önkéntesen, ingyenesen, egy útra, akkor Brüsszelbe szállítjuk őket.
The EU has frozen billions of euros for Orban's government. This is due to the Conservative leader's breaches of the bloc's rule of law and democracy standards, which spans migration.
The European Union envoy for the Western Balkans has urged Kosovo and Serbia to step up efforts at normalizing relations. Speaking in Kosovo's capital Pristina, Miroslav Lajcak said the move would be divisive towards the 2 countries joining the bloc. The EU and the United States are pressing both sides to implement agreements that Serbian President Aleksandar Vučić and Kosovo's Prime Minister Albin Kurti reached in February and March last year.
Of course, the very important issue is how to unblock the implementation of the agreement on the path to normalization, and we had a very detailed discussion with.
The relationship between Kosovo and Serbia remains tense, and the 13-year-long normalization talks facilitated by the European Union have failed to make progress. Kosovo was a Serbian province until NATO's 78-day bombing campaign in 1999 ended a war between Serbian government forces and ethnic Albanian separatists in Kosovo. Serbia doesn't recognize Kosovo's independence proclaimed in 2008.
Separation confirmed.
Boeing's new astronaut capsule has departed the International Space Station without its crew on board. NASA's 2 test pilots, Suni Williams and Butch Wilmore, have stayed behind on the ISS. That's after NASA logged a range of problems with Boeing's Starliner capsule, from thruster failures to helium leaks. The space agency decided it was too risky to let Williams and Wilmore use the craft to return to Earth. SpaceX will instead bring the duo back in late February, stretching their original 8-day mission to more than 8 months. NASA said earlier this week that teams have been so focused on Starliner's return that they've had no time to think about what happens next for Boeing. But the space agency said it's committed to having 2 competing US companies transporting astronauts.
The light show there on your screen.